We got confirmation from an anonymous Eli Lilly sales rep that they are not going to be dropping any more doses of the vials for quite some time, and here's why. Hey everybody, it's Allie. I'm on a fantabulous weight loss journey, and hopefully you'll subscribe, come along for the ride, because I put out new videos every day. So it's been confirmed by an anonymous Eli Lilly sales rep that they are not going to be dropping any more doses of the vials for Zepbound. Not anytime soon. And the reason is the exact reason that we all speculated, which is if they drop the higher doses, people will then purchase those higher doses and then cut the dose to make the smaller doses to save money. Why is that? Spoiler alert. It's because we're being price gouged. That's why people have to do this workaround, because we're being price gouged. People in other countries, they just buy their medicine like normal because they're not being price gouged. Okay, I hope you were ready for that spoiler. If you didn't already know that, then please be sure to let me know what rock you've been living under, because holy crap, we are tired of being price gouged. The reason why these compounding pharmacies have been so hugely successful during this time of shortage of these GLP-1 medications is, one, the medications work. That always helps. Two, while some of them have pricing that is, a little more on the ridiculous end, for the most part, I would say that most of them, the pricing is pretty on par with what I have seen in other countries. Now, some of it does get a little iffy once you get to the higher doses, specifically of tirzepatide, in the 10, 12.5, and 15 milligram, right? Many of the companies up the prices at that point. But even then, even at the highest telehealth company compound pharmacy pricing, it is still cheaper than buying name brand out of pocket, no insurance, because we've all just accepted at this point that insurance is not going to be helpful. As a matter of fact, they are actively going to work against us. So Eli Lilly's people are not dumb, right? They know, oh my goodness, I just got a text message from Sam's Club. It's time to refill my medication. Hold on. I got to go respond to that text message. That was wild. Here I am making a video about Mounjaro, and I got a text message from Sam saying it's time to refill my medication for Mounjaro. By the way, if you're sleeping on Sam's Club, please don't, okay? You do not have to have a membership to use their pharmacy. Their pricing is phenomenal. I was getting price gouged. Again, CVS. I quit using them. Not only is their customer service horrible, and aside from that, I feel sorry for the people who work there, but they again, just like talking about insurance companies actively working against you, they don't want to fill your prescription. They don't want to do it. Mounjaro, Zepbound, Ozempic, they don't want to fill it. They just don't, because they're losing money on these prescriptions because they're not being reimbursed for the coupon. Anyway, it's a story for another time, my friends. Story for another time. I need to stay focused. So I suspect, and I am predicting right now, today, you're here for it, folks. Here's my I'm seeing into the future prediction. It won't be until the time that their patent is about to run out, or they start losing a significant amount of money to some other medication, right? Another, because there's so many GLP-1s and various weight loss medications that are going to be hitting the market in the next 2 to 3 years. So it won't be until that time that they release the rest of the vials. They're just not going to do it. Because first of all, Americans cannot be trusted with medication. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, all I need you to do is join any support group that has over 5,000 members regarding GLP-1s and just skim through the posts. Just skim through it. There was literally someone who posted in one of the bigger support groups the other day, and she, no joke, said, if I inject this medication into the fat under my chin, will it help get rid of my double chin? Now, I want to assume that that post was a joke. There was no smiley face. There was no laughing emoji. There was no nothing to clarify that the text of that post was a joke. This is why we have the problems that we have in our country. Again, it's a topic for another day. But the point is, Americans are notorious for doing this type of shenanery with medications. They just wing it. I mean, you see people with compounds doing it all the time, right? Now, in some cases, this flippant kind of nothing bad can happen to me attitude Americans apparently have, sometimes it works out, right? So for example, people who were on compound, who were having extreme side effects and having all of these challenges, and they decided, you know what, specifically with tirzepatide, 2.5 is too much for me. I'm only going to take half a dose and see how that goes. Somebody had to do that, right? Because they didn't study it. There was no material released on it. Somebody had to do it. And they did, and they figured out, hey, we can do this thing called microdosing, right? Which they do with other medications. And for people who are having a lot of side effects, this can be a way for them to still take the medication, get the benefits of the medication without having to go up in the researched, dosage levels, right? Because that can be too much for some people. I just watched a video this morning of this lady who had been on the medication, I believe she was on Semaglutide, for 3 months and had to go off of it because she was basically a walking headache for 3 months. And she was like, I can't live life like this. Now, granted, her doctor was not helpful. And I think that in my personal opinion, not a medical opinion, not a medical assessment, because we didn't have enough information from her video, but in my opinion, it sounded like it was a combination of her doctor not being up to date on this medication and how to deal with side effects. B, her doctor not being supportive of the medication in general. And C, lack of information provided to the patient on how to deal with these issues, right? Was it lack of calories? Was it lack of protein? Was it lack of electrolytes? Was it lack of hydration? Other things, constipation, like all of these things, all of these other side effects, right, can play into that, can cause the headaches. Maybe it was just headaches. I don't know. It would all be speculation on my part. But the thing is, Eli Lilly's not going to release those vials. We're just too all over the place. Americans, we're like, we're in the saddle. We got the, got the lasso. We're like, yeehaw, we're going to do whatever the hell we want, right? Like, it's the wild, wild west out there with what people are doing with these medications. It's wild. And as long as they keep those lower doses in the vials, it will mean more access to get more people on the medications. Then they can focus more on ensuring that they don't have a shortage of the injectable pens, right? The auto-injector pen for the next range of doses, right? Which would be 7.5 and higher. And then they can still continue to price gouge people, at least for a little while. So that's my prediction. Let me know what your thoughts are. Comment down below. Tell me what you're predicting. Are they going to drop the rest of the vials? Do you think it'll happen next year? Do you think it'll happen ever? Let me know what you think. I'm interested to see what everybody's opinion is on this. If you found this video helpful, entertaining, you think you might want to stick around for more, or check out my other videos where I have other helpful tips and tricks to help you on your weight loss journey, definitely make sure that you like and subscribe. If you're looking for a positive-only support group, I've got you covered. The link is in the description box below. And as always, be kind. Rewind.